G'day guys, Mountain Bike Geek here. It's been about a year since I've gotten the Eminent Haste, so I figured it would be about time for a long-term review. A little over 12 months ago, I caught wind of a new and exciting bike brand called Eminent. I had a look at their bike, which was called the Haste. Now, I don't know about you, but I grew up with pictures of old school Lamborghinis and Lotuses and the like plastered all over my walls, and my brother's walls as well. When I saw the Haste, the first thing that came to my mind was supercar styling. Utterly stunning design, and I had to have it. Fast forward a few weeks, and the rest is history. Before we get into the review, I'll go over the finalised build of my bike. I'm running the Nexty Classic Enduro 35mm internal diameter carbon rims with DT Swiss 350 hubs and Maxxis DHF 27.5 by 2.5 and Maxxis Aggressor 27.5 by 2.5 tyres. My fork is the Marzocchi Bomber Z1 180mm travel with Cane Creek 40 series complete headset, wolf tooth headset spacers in gold to match the Cane Creek double barrel coil shock, and gold Rev Grips lock rings. The bars are Azonic CFK carbon cut to 760mm, which is my preferred length, with an Azonic Beretta 40mm stem, topped with my custom stem cap from stemcaps.com. The shifter is a Shimano XT M8000 11-speed, and the brakes are Magura MT7s. The dropper lever is a Crank Brothers Highline hooked up to a Fox Transfer 175mm with the external collar mount. The drivetrain is an E13 34-tooth chainring and E13 TRS Plus cranks, hooked up to E13 TRS Plus 9 to 46 tooth 11-speed cassette and a SRAM GX 11-speed derailleur. Pushing the cranks is the Pedaling Innovations Catalyst pedals. Now we've got the specs out of the way, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the bike and how it performs. The Haste's active floating system, or AFS linkage, is entirely Eminent's creation. It offers a similar axle path of the Horst link, with the small bump sensitivity of long rocker links. This keeps the rear wheel planted to the ground even over chunky descents, and pairs up with the floating brake caliper to prevent lateral flex from binding the shock during compression or hard braking. With the recommended 20 to 25% sag on the shock, it soaks up bumps nicely and provides great support while climbing without having to resort to the climb switch. When it comes to climbing, the Haste has a supremely comfortable 73-degree seat angle. It puts me in the perfect position to pedal uphill with a relatively straight back, good leg extension and mostly straight arms with enough bend at the elbow to rock back and forth as needed. Because of my spec, my Haste is on the heavier side of an enduro bike, so it'll never be an uphill rocket, but it's far from the slowest climbing machine I've ever ridden either. Uphill switchbacks are easily taken care of, and going over rocks and roots is no major feat. The descents, however, is where this machine really, truly comes alive. It favours a more aggressive downhill riding technique, and the faster you go, the better it performs. The combination of the AFS and the floating brake means the traction is always available and the ride is smooth. On some of the bigger drops and hucks I've hit, I've never actually bottomed out the suspension, which could be due to the sag rating, but it's always felt nice and plush. On top of that, there's no discernible flex in the frame, so you always feel in control while pushing the boundaries. Now, I'm not the best at jumping, but the few times I've attempted it at either the jump park or on the trails, it feels happy to comply and soar without having to wrestle it. Cornering is handled without mess or fuss. It's very business-like about the matter, rather than attacking it with an essence of fun. It's not to say that it's not good at it, but you get the sense that it wants to get the corners over and done with so it can point back downhill where it can keep its speed. It does like to be leant over a touch more than other bikes that I'm used to riding, just to get on that edge of where the tyres start to dig in and shrap. All in all, it's a fantastic bike to ride. It just lacks that sense of playfulness which you get from shorter travel bikes though. The Haste is definitely best left to enduro race days or the free Giro rides with big features and top speeds. Thanks very much for watching this review on the Eminent Haste. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And if you haven't yet already done so, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up like button. And thanks for watching. Cheers.